नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam, this is Manitya Chidambarananda, the Smiling Sannyasi. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today's video, I wanted to answer a question which a viewer has asked. So Ma Shamala recently commented on a video asking about not fitting in to society or an environment. Does that mean there is an incompletion? So I think this is a great question, and to be honest, this idea or concept of fitting in was a huge, huge, huge incompletion which I had to overcome, and to be quite honest, I'm still trying to overcome in certain aspects of life. So the idea of having to fit in to society or an environment, I feel is looking at the whole equation wrong to begin with. It comes from a powerless space, basically. So it comes from the idea that there's something which needs to be conformed to. There's something that we need to become a part of that we aren't already. So it comes from a space of feeling that we are unworthy to begin with, and we have to be worthy to fit into a society. So if looking at it from that avenue or that aspect, then yes, that is an incompletion which needs to be looked at and addressed to see why do you feel that you need to fit in, or why do you perceive that you are not fitting in, because it is just a perception. So we are all unique. Each and every one of us has different attributes and qualities and skills, and not everyone can conform to be something, to fit a certain mold. So each and every one of us finds our strengths, our own inner strengths, when we can appreciate our individual uniqueness and celebrate the uniqueness of others around us. So when it comes to feeling like certain rules in society or parts of society are outdated and they don't fit us, I wouldn't say that is an incompletion. I would say that is more of a guide for you to see what does fit for you. So, for example, when I found Swamiji, I knew before I ever knew there was such a thing as sannyas, before I ever knew that, a person could dedicate their lives to, becoming a monk, even though I had heard of it before, I didn't think it was possible for someone like me, because my family and my friends and whoever was in my social circle at the time held such a strong belief that I was someone who would inevitably get married and have a family life. So but I, within myself, knew that doesn't fit for me. Society's idea or ideal of marriage and having kids and settling down and having a family being one of the main goals of life, I didn't perceive that was true. I felt there was more than that. So in that way, it can be a guiding point. It can kind of lead you to question and search for what do you feel is really fulfilling for you, and what do you feel is the ultimate for you. It has nothing to do with fitting into society in the sense of this is more of a powerful cognition. This is more of a letting your intuition and your heart guide you to find what feels right for you, rather than trying to conform to what your parents or what society is telling you should be doing. So from that angle, if you feel that, wow, whatever society is telling me, like you need meat for your protein, you need to consume animal flesh to be healthy and strong, but this somehow doesn't sit for you, there's facts that prove otherwise, or you just don't feel morally or spiritually that's a right thing to do, so you want to venture outwards. All of these things they're kind of different. So you shouldn't ever feel that you need to conform to something, to an environment. You should be able to feel at ease in any environment as you are, without feeling like you need to change yourself, that you can be accepted and appreciated as you are. So that will naturally come with your self-confidence and your self-love and your own appreciation of your own worthiness and uniqueness. When you can understand that you have something to contribute with your own quirkiness and your own sense of humor, and whatever your likes and dislikes are, it'll add a new flavor to the dynamic that you're in. That comes from a space of completion. But if you feel like you're coming from a point of less than, and always feeling like there's something perhaps intrinsically wrong with you, then yes, you should really do completion and see why you feel that way about yourself. Why do you feel less than worthy, or why do you feel that you need to fit a certain mold to be liked or appreciated? So I hope that answers your question. If you would like to ask anything further on what I've shared, feel free to. And yeah, just remember, you are designed by God, by Sadashiva, by Paramashiva, by the most beautiful, gracious, compassionate sculptor, to be exactly as you're meant to be. So don't ever feel that you need to change yourself. Thank you. Until next time, Nityananda.